We are live. Welcome back to the O Show. I'm Wendy O. Thank you guys for being here with me. We're going to be talking about a potential $300 million Bitcoin recovery, and also can BlackRock 25 times Solana? Can they? And yes, it's clickbait. That's what we do here. Also, too, if you've never been, this is in New Mexico. If you've never been to the Hotel El Rancho, you need to go there. You need to stay there. When I travel, I like to collect mugs. I do. Why? Because I can, because it's fun. I even like to go to thrift stores in the towns I travel to and collect stuff there too. I've got some cool things. But yeah, we're going to talk about, Bitcoin price action, all kinds of stuff. I told Ticky Tacky, I start with them generally first because it's easier because we just do this and it does it. But I generally start with them first, and we're kind of just talking about price action. Like, this current price action is really just vibing, and it's kind of fitting for the summertime. It's kind of fitting for the summertime. The reason why it's fitting for the summertime is because our kids are home from school. Well, I have mine. She goes to school. They do like a little daycare thing, but it's not really daycare because they have classes. Like, she's doing writing, she's doing Spanish. I think she does have math, but then like jewelry and cooking and those types of things too. So she's actively doing stuff because she'll get bored at home with me. She get bored. She likes to play. She's very social. Plus she's in her gymnastics and her dance. But our kids are home. Let's just vibe, man. Let's vibe and have a good time. Should I sell my XRP and buy Solana? I will let you know personally that I am buying Solana. I'm not buying XRP. That's just me, though. Big shout out to Francisco for the $4.99 super chat. I appreciate it. I appreciate you guys being here with me today. But let's get into it. I don't want to stream. I don't want to do anything. I want to lay by the pool with my big old belly out and just vibe. That's what I want to do. But anyways, this is the current crypto markets. Everything is up. Oh my God. C, 16%. TIA, 16. Tau. So it looks like everything is up between like 8 and 16%. 8 and 16%, which is nice. I love it. As far as the week goes, week is a little bit sluggish because the weekly candle wasn't where we needed to be. Callie, you can come over with the family and the kids anytime. You're welcome. We got a really good carnicia near me, and I think I said that incorrectly. So good. They have the best carne asada, the best chicken, the absolute best. So this is the month. We look pretty trash, really, when you think about it. And the year we're up crazy though, guys. And this is why we talk about zooming out, is because if you take a look at the year versus the month is going to be bearish. Weekly is going to be bearish. The yearly is actually going to be pretty bullish, considering for most projects in the top 100. Solana's up almost 600%, CAS, Bonk, Jasmy, which is a TikTok favorite. And this is why we talk about taking profits. And when I talk about taking profits, I'm not talking about taking profits in the short term. I'm talking about the longer term. So if you're somebody that made 7,000% pump on Bonk, you probably wanted to start taking profit there on PP, on Tau, those types of things. As numbers going up, that's when you start taking profit. And then when you're done taking profit, you have initial investment, or you remove your initial investment profit enough for taxes, and then you just hold. This is why this is actually, I should have been using this explanation, taking a look at the weekly or the yearly. That makes a lot of sense. But taking a look at Bitcoin, let's see what she's doing. Solana's at 142. All my buys have been under 140 Solana, so I'm pretty happy. With that. Any of the pullbacks and dips, I will be buying. Why? Because I do think Solana will continue to do incredibly well. And I'm watching it. I'm definitely watching it. But this over here, VanEck, 21 shares, Solana ETF plan confirmed in CBOE filing. Both asset managers which submitted S1 filings in June will list their products on the CBOE exchange, according to a filing by the exchange. Let's go ahead and read a little bit more here. I know I'm going out of order. But basically, the side note over here is the CBOE listed the first U.S. spot Bitcoin ETFs, and they also secured SEC approval to rule filings to list spot Ethereum ETFs. And once the SEC acknowledges the receipt of the filing, it has 240 days to make a decision. So it looks like there was 2 filings with the SEC on Monday to list these Solana ETFs upon regulatory approval from VanEck, 21 shares. And why is this significant? Why am I talking about this? Well, Bitcoin, in order for the spot ETF to get approved, they had to have the futures ETF approved. Same for Ethereum. And now we have a direct competitor of Ethereum filing for a spot ETF without a futures. That's why that's significant. Okay? Very, very significant in my personal opinion. Very, very, very significant. So what do I think is going to happen? I think that we are going to get this thing approved. I think we will. I think TradFi is ready to play. And the way that they can play with a lot of capital is with these ETFs. So that's why I'm buying more Solana. And I'll gladly buy it under $200. I think it's an easy $1,000 this cycle if we continue to go up. And I also think we could see $10,000 Solana one day. That depends on what happens with ETH, because I'm going to be comparing those two together. But that's what I think. So I feel like that's a pretty safe bet for me. Might not be for you. It might not be for you. But again, with all of the bullishness that we're seeing in the markets with Solana, with the volume, the increases, the activity on Solana. Right now, Solana is kind of a joke because of the pump.fun and the meme coins and all that type of stuff. But at the end of the day, if it's directly competing with Ethereum, and it's doing pretty well. So for me personally, anything under $200 is a buy. I'm greedy though. And I would like to buy Solana under $140. Because if we zoom in on the daily, you see why. Or really anywhere between 160 and 120. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. Also, you guys, we are partnered with Margex. If you would like to use my ref link, that'd be fantastic. If you use my ref link, not your keys, not your coins, and you do need to read. You do need to read the terms of service. And you might be able to use Margex in your local area. So there's that. Me personally, they're giving up to $10,000 in bonuses over there. And in addition to that, they've got a little thing going on over here, an airdrop. They're giving away a $5 million hamster airdrop. I believe I am invested in hamster. I think I don't know what's going on with that. I have to check, but I wanted to disclose that to you. But they're giving away quite a bit of stuff. So this is something you guys are interested in. Take a look. If not, that's fine too. Completely up to you. I personally don't care. I'm using it, and I am always a big proponent of being registered to as many different crypto exchanges as possible with different email addresses. Primarily because so many of these exchanges, they go down or they have different assets. So, and again, I'm registered on, you name a crypto exchange, I'm registered on it. Yep. And Ton Network, hamster. Pretty sure. So anyways, you sign up, you actively trade on the platform, you wait till the end of the airdrop frenzy and claim the hamster. And when you're talking about actively trading on the platform, it could just be spot trading. You don't have to use leverage, but do whatever you guys want to do. Now let's go and take a quick look at Bitcoin. MSB, what is she doing? Oh no, what is she doing? Well, we made a pretty nice rebound over here. Pretty nice rebound. On the daily, we are now trading at about $57,000. And this is why when people are calling $20,000, I thought it was a little bit crazy. It's in the YouTube, Mr. Callie. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. And Callie's smart. Callie will not just listen to me and blindly sign up. He will read the terms of services. He will practice risk management. He will not be leaving crypto on the exchange. And he will also be taking accountability for his own actions. Ow. But that's how we do it here. Anyways. Bitcoin she's up. This is a pretty ugly candle yesterday. Pretty ugly candle. We opened at 56, close at 56.8, swing wick high to 58.3, swing wick low to 54.6. Yikes. A lot of people got knocked out. But as far as Bitcoin goes, we're just we're just ranging. She is doing her thing. We're ranging. We've created a brand new range between 58 and like 54. And this is why I'm not worrying. Like if you zoom out and you kind of take a look and see what's happening, we consolidated for weeks, for months, from 60 to 73,000. And then we broke down. Now we're going to be trading from 60 to about $52,000. We're going to be ranging, and this could be the rest of the summer. It could be. It could be wrong. I could be wrong. We could skyrocket and go absolutely insane. But right now, this is what I'm seeing in the markets. Do you have to use leverage to trade this? No. You could use Margex and dollar cost average and transfer out to cold storage. But basically, Bitcoin ETF traders buy the dip with nearly 300 million in inflows. Net inflows on yesterday, were the highest since early June. Data shows with BlackRock's Bitcoin ETF taking almost $190 million. You don't fade BlackRock. You don't fade the BlackRock. Why? You just don't do it. I guess that's hummus. I'm not a big hummus fan, but I do like bread and I love garlic. Love it, love it, love it. But basically, investors seem to be bargain hunting as temporary supply overhangs way over Bitcoin's price. And then we also have Germany still dumping on the market. All kinds of stuff. So we saw a pretty nice rebound. Cool. Fantastic. I love it. I love it. I love it. I'll take 14. And IBIT had the highest daily inflow at $187.2 million. That BlackRock, baby. Fidelity Wise Origin Bitcoin Fund was second with gains of 61.5. That's why I'm not fading BlackRock. Then as far as the German government, what's going on with them? Let's see. Got all this stuff going on. They're still dumping on the market. And again, I don't know why they're doing it. But they transferred around 350 million worth of Bitcoin to exchanges and market makers today. They have 23,000 Bitcoin left worth 1.3 billion, which is over here. So yeah, I don't know why they're just not holding it and doing the bonds and the stuff like Mr. President Bukele in El Salvador did. But hey, I don't know if I'm German. I think I was told. So this is the thing. On my dad's side of the family, it was just weird. It was just a hot mess. We're a particular group that's made up of these different places. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. But I was told German and Romanian. My grandma being German because she's fair skinned, and my grandpa being Romanian because he's darker skinned. And on that side, on my grandpa's side, apparently they literally were gypsies and circus people, from what I was told. And I know some people don't like that term. They think it's derogatory. I'm not saying it is a derogatory term. That's what I was told my people are. And it could make sense why my sister's like kind of a contortionist. But hey, here's some bullish news. Here's some pretty bullish news over here. FTX will redistribute $16 billion to their creditors in Q4 of 2024. There might be a chance a big part of that money flows back into crypto. Well, let's talk about this. Let's talk about it. Because when we talk about money flowing back to creditors, we've seen this happen with different exchanges. We see this happen with different exchanges that have gone bankrupt. Those people that are not holding on to that money, that don't have that money, they might just take it and they might cash out. Because you guys have to remember, the people that got caught up in the crypto contagion, I was one of them, we still have to pay taxes. So if you made $10,000 and you left it in an exchange and it went down and you don't have access to that money, you still had to pay taxes on that. You could get an extension, I believe, but it's going to be very interesting to see what happens with this. It's really going to, and it's also going to be interesting to see if that's the exact number, because the number changes and fluctuates with bankruptcy court. So I think that this could be a bullish catalyst, but at the same time, coming from a logical place, they might need that money for taxes. They might have debts. They might need it for other things. They might not be able to put it back into the market. They might not be able to. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens with that $16 billion. But again, I'm an idiot on the internet. I don't know what I'm talking about. And then over here, another person, he says we're going to get 12 to 16 billion in cash to FTX creditors coming in October, November this year. Basically all buy pressure, supposedly. We'll see though. You know, we really will need to see what happens, because it's kind of a coin toss. Make sure you guys smash a like. I would appreciate that. That would be nice. But now let's go in and talk a little bit about some of the more of the ETF stuff. Shout out to Tony. He's got a really great book. I highly recommend you guys pick it up. Tony is a great content creator. Oh, we already talked about the CBOEs and Blackrock and all these types of things. We talked about the Bitcoin. Bitcoin price is important. Bitcoin little change above 57,000 as Fed Chair Powell testifies to Congress. And there's videos all over the place with this. He made it clear that central bank policy makers are focused on downside risks to the economy as much as they are inflations. So Bitcoin bounced on this news. The Fed chair acknowledged a softer labor market has gotten his attention, but reminded that inflation remains too high. Yeah, we know. So this is the thing. I'm going to break it down to you like an idiot on the internet, because that's what I am. I don't care about the correct verbiage. I don't care about the correct terms because a lot of the words that they use are created to confuse you. Or they're not created to confuse you. They're used by people in power when they're talking to people who don't use those verbiage on that verbiage on a daily basis, that we use plain English. And they say these things to make you think they know what they're doing or that they're not doing bad stuff. But in reality, they are. Like transitory. Who heard of that word transitory before? I never had heard of it before unless it came from this dodo. So I'm going to tell you, yeah, inflation is high. So what they're going to do is they will lower inflation. But again, as they lower the inflation, the cost of goods and services will not get better. That cost won't go down. The value of your dollar is not going to increase with the cost of inflation. Or excuse me, with the inflation percentage. Inflation is transitory. Cost of goods and services are not. Once they raise inflation, you get effed. You get reamed. That's exactly what's happening. How do we fix it? I don't know. You can do the Bitcoin bonds, that kind of stuff. I don't know. We can get our spending in check. That might help, but I don't really know. I don't think that there's an easy answer or easy solution for any of this. I think things are completely screwed. And again, I've talked very heavily that USDC will be the CBDC of the United States of America and other countries. And what they're going to end up doing is they're going to wipe out all that debt and they're just going to use CBDCs. Or USDC, whatever it may be, because we are completely screwed. Again, I read yesterday, 41% of your income needs to go to a house if you want to purchase a house in the United States of America. 30% for rent. So what about car insurance? Health insurance, because I pay $400 a month for my health insurance. It is horrible, and I get terrible care. Oof. I pay for it out of pocket. So we'll see what happens. And again, as of right now, this is why I think that Bitcoin is a great hedge against inflation, primarily because we have all of this insanity happening. And I don't know, maybe Bitcoin won't be a good hedge. Maybe Bitcoin will not save the day. But at the same time, what are my other options? What are your other options, really? Yeah. Yeah. All right. Let's get into the next story. Yeah. Shout out to Margex again. You guys want the hamster airdrop? You got to sign up with my link. Now let's take a look over here. Solana meme coin Bonk becomes a top performer in the past 24 hours amongst the 200 largest coins by market cap. Bonk is at number 45 for market cap. And again, memes do pretty well. They have been. Some of the top memes, most of them are trash. Is it a good idea to invest in memes? I don't know. But something like this might not be too bad to take a look at. And also with Solana. Solana Dex Ratum flips Uniswap and weekly fees. That's actually kind of crazy. This is actually a very bullish story. And the reason why this is a bullish story is because Ethereum fees are still pretty high. Still pretty high. So with that being said, hey, I am bullish on Solana. Bullish on Solana. I do want to kind of go back to talk a little bit more about Powell, because I think this is important. There are a couple things I want to read to you guys over here. He also highlighted risks beyond inflation, such as weakening economic activity, employment, and noted considerable cooling in the labor markets, which we know. Major U.S. stock indexes were flat. Dollar and bond yields slightly higher. Rate cut odds. The probability of a September rate cut increased to about 75% upon up 50% a month ago. And as far as inflation data, upcoming June CPI is expected to show 0.1% rise in headline inflation and a 0.2% rise in core inflation, which again, you guys, they fluctuate with these numbers. They play with them. The headline inflation anticipated at 3.1% with the core rate of 3.4%. Surprise in the CPI could significantly alter the odds of September rate cut. And again, all these numbers are made up. They use statistics and they say, hey, we're going to include this. We'll remove this, whatever to make it better. I don't know about you guys, but the job market is absolute trash. People go to college, they get college ID or educations. They can't get a job. Also, too, I want to talk a little bit about Lingo because we're invested in Lingo. But Lingo Airdrop Islands is live. And if you want to farm, you can do so at lingoislands.com. And it's full of gamified airdrop experience, which I think is cool. Hop on a journey through 5 unique islands to earn rewards. 5 islands, 5 ways to win. And this thread also earns points if you interact with it, those types of things. And again, this is a bit of an older thread, but more of the story is that's what they're doing over here. And they finally launched, so we are invested. But now the island airdrop wallet submission is live. You have until the 12th of July to connect your wallet on lingoislands.com. Secure your airdrop allocation for season 1. Plus 10% airdrop bonus for all Magic Eden wallets. So if you're using a Magic Eden wallet, pay attention to that. I am using Magic Eden wallet for my ordinals. FYI. But if you guys are going to participate in this, just make sure you're clicking the right links. Be cautious, be careful. And again, if you're using the Magic Eden wallet, you get a 10% bonus. I want to talk about Metamask though, next. Metamask. So Metamask unveils new toolkit to streamline Web3 user onboarding. I'm going to tell you, Metamask's upgrades that they've done to the wallet are absolute garbage. Absolute garbage. Absolute garbage. So Consensus introduces a game-changing toolkit at ETHCC, which I didn't get to go. I was kind of bummed, but I also heard a lot of people are getting robbed in Europe, which is crazy. I've been held up at gunpoint before. That wasn't fun. All right. So their delegation toolkit is a significant milestone in the company's efforts to promote Web3 and blockchain adoption. It enables developers to create decentralized application dApps and protocols that offer new user experiences. It will be available on any Ethereum virtual machine, EVM, chain supported by user operation bundler, including Arbitrum, Avalanche Base, Linea, Optimism, and Polygon. I would probably bet more on Base and Polygon at this point, more so Base. But this is cool. This is awesome. MetaMask is doing some interesting things. So shout out to them. Shout out to them. And then we got to talk about this. This came from Mr. T yesterday. The official Red platform pledges to halt the crypto crackdown. Though not listed as a top priority, they adopted a platform that aims to boost digital asset innovation, which I think is really important. And again, you guys, I've already told you who I'm voting for and why I'm voting for who I'm voting for. So let's go to my profile and I'll break this down, what this means to you. It's down over here. Also, too, if you are going to be going to Rare Evo, they're having a Women in Web3 party. I will be there. I will be emceeing a little bit for them as well, and I'll be there. See y'all in Vegas. Maybe I'll wear this green dress. But anyways, the GOP seems to have gotten the majority of crypto enjoyers support with their new policy. No CBDC, right to mine Bitcoin, right to self-custody, and right to transact freely. Some of these I don't necessarily believe in them, that they will keep. But at the same time, what other options do we have? What other options do we have? Anyways, back in my day, you couldn't qualify for a home loan if the mortgage payment was more than 25% of your income. I know, John, it's crazy. It is literally crazy. It is insane. Like, I don't know how people are getting loans, and it's not because they're doing anything wrong. I don't know how. I don't know. Anyways, you guys, it's a light day for me. Someone sent me a piece of media they want me to put out on the channel. I don't know if I'm going to put it out. I have to take a look. But anyway, sending y'all love and light. I'm going to go. I got a lot of more mid paperwork BS to take care of today. But I got to go. Got to make some content. I'm sending you guys love and light. Thank you so much for supporting me and the channel. And just being awesome people. I'm really proud of all you guys for showing up every day. I'm proud of you guys for taking an interest in Bitcoin.